Today we're going to be looking at energy and how organisms obtain it, and how we classify them based upon how they get their energy. First, we need to look at the type of energy that all organisms use, whether they be plants, animals, or bacteria. How organisms get energy. What do organisms use for energy? Energy for organisms is glucose sugar. Glucose sugar is what your body uses for energy, and all organisms use for energy. You can find it in a variety of foods, from healthy to junk food. Sometimes we can overindulge into an extreme. Most important, though, is that all organisms need glucose in order to survive. The first organisms we're going to look at are organisms who can make their own energy from another source, such as the sun or chemicals. How organisms get glucose. Autotrophs make their own glucose from the sun or chemicals. Plants use photosynthesis to take sunlight energy and turns carbon dioxide into energy-rich glucose. Deep-sea vents are located underwater and are chock full of nutrients and warmth. Bacteria live in these deep-sea vents, close or on organisms, and use the materials to create glucose for themselves and others. Also called producers, example, plants and certain bacteria. Organisms that don't make their own food, for example, people, cats, dogs, or animals. Since we don't have the ability to do that, we need to have another way to get our energy from. For that, we need a different name. Heterotrophs obtain their energy from other organisms. Two kinds. The first type is organisms that have to actively eat their food, in other words, consuming it through the mouth. We fall under this category. Consumers actively eat other organisms, for example, animals. All animals are considered heterotrophs and under the special category consumers, as they have to actively eat their food, whether it be fruit or animal. Humans also fall into this category, as we also have to actively eat our food. The second category are heterotrophs that have to break down their food. In other words, they take organic matter and begin to break it apart into pieces and then begin to digest it. Detritivores break down organic matter. Molds and fungus. Molds and fungus are a special type of heterotroph, as since they cannot eat, they have to break down their food. They spread out and grow over organic material, break it down, and then absorb the existing glucose into their bodies to use. They're one of the most prolific and largest organisms on the face of the planet, and a vital role in the ecosystems. My question to you tonight is, does where we get our energy from actually matter? In other words, are there certain organisms that give us more energy than others when we consume them? Have a good one.